Hi Jody, my name is Jan and I'd like to share with you a really special quilt from my family. Before I do that, I am an artist and I have designed, among other things, the Broward County Millennium Quilt, which is a visual history of Broward County at the turn of the millennium. So I know how important quilts are to the history of our country and to the history of the work of women. This special quilt is over 100 years old. It was made by my great-great, I may be missing an extra great in there, great-great-aunt Rosa, and she made it when she was only 15 years old. She did all this in the town that my family founded, which is Bath, Pennsylvania, and her older sister owned the tailor shop in town. So that's part of the story, okay? And as you can see, this is a variation on a log cabin quilt. And what it is her older sister, the tailor, made all the men's clothes in town. And she did women's and men's clothes. She was already out on her own at the age of 15 as an itinerant seamstress. And remember, this is before electricity this came to town, even before electricity came to New York City. And what the deal was when you were an itinerant seamstress at that time is you went to live with someone for as long as they had sewing for you to do. Now the sewing could have been repairing things, it could have been making the latest, a copy of the latest Paris fashion, you could be sewing flour sacks. It's whatever the people needed you to do. You worked during the day, they bought all the supplies for you, and they gave you free room and board for the duration, and you got some time off, and you got maybe $1 a week or something like that for your expenses. And at the end, you got to keep all the leftovers. So this quilt is not only made on her own time over the course of that year, entirely by hand. Remember, there was no electricity. And it was also made from the leftovers from that quilt. So here we have all the Sunday go-to-meeting clothes of the gentlemen, the blacks, counterposed with all the Sunday go-to-meeting clothes of the ladies. And you might want to see a close-up of that later in traditional style. Now there must have been one rich lady in town, because you can see, and even though this has been used almost continuously, it's in pretty good condition, except for the occasional patch here and there, which is shredded. And we know that this is Victorian era silk, and that can silk all, silk can deteriorate just sitting in the drawer. And this is probably leaded silk, so I know not to use acid-free paper to destroy the rest of the silk. I am actually in the process of repairing some of the shredding right here with some tulle, but I want to show you something else. She did all this by hand. At the end of that year, she used the money that she earned to buy a sewing machine, a treadle sewing machine, non-electric still, okay? And because she did all that sewing, all this stuff is hand-picked here, hand-picked stitches, but she was a little tired, so she only did the background, she only did the quilting with tufts. And you can see the red yarn here, and you can see the little places where it pokes through. But the best part of all is right here. You can see her signature in 2.5-inch high letters, Rosa, 1882. Then my great Aunt Rosa's quilt. I hope you liked it.